guys, welcome to Overland AZ. My name is Josh. Today we're going to be heading down to the Patagonia Mountains, do some exploring down there on some trails that I've never been to. My wife and son are actually back in Ohio visiting family right now, so they're not going to be with us. Todd's here, you might remember him from our Colorado trip. We have a new friend, Dragos, who's got a really cool 4Runner. The trailer's set up. He actually just re-geared, just got it tuned so that he's having an easier time pulling his trailer. This is kind of a test run for him to see how that goes. Tonight we're gonna head to Bull Springs Road, and then we're gonna take that and do a trail through the Patagonia Mountains, and then from there we're gonna go camp at Parker Canyon Lake. So I'm really excited. I've never been in any of this area before. We're gonna get some supplies and then we're gonna head out. Alright, so we're about maybe a mile away from the beginning of the first trail we're going to run today, which is at Bull Springs Road. We're finishing airing down here. This isn't really, I mean, it's a maintained road, it's just a dirt road, but we're going to air down for comfort. It is washboard, so just less vibrations in the vehicle, makes it a lot smoother. I think we all went down to somewhere between like 15 to 20 PSI. I think I'm at about 16, 17 PSI on mine. It's funny, we have 3 different ways of airing up and airing down here. So Todd has the ARB deflator. I have the Morflate, which just got from Tyler about a month ago, and I'm not sure what Dragos has. His looked very similar to the ARB one. It might actually, you know, it might be a similar one. I am just super impressed with the Morflate. Every time I get to use this thing, it's just fantastic compared to what I used to do threading on the individual deflators, or even just sometimes finding a stick or a stone and doing it the old-fashioned way and airing down. It's so much faster. So guys, we're gonna head out from here. This is where we're going, and it should be a good day on the trail. The Bull Springs Road is an easy trail, and while we completed this without using 4-wheel drive, it may be a different story during or after some heavy rain. As always, trail conditions can quickly change in the desert, especially areas like this where flash floods are common. Alright, so we're on the Bull Springs Trail. We're heading to go see these routes here, and we're at waypoint 3?
Yes.
Right now we're at waypoint 3 on the map, and waypoint 3 is this really cool view this way. That's the way we're headed. And this way, it's a really good view of this 4Runner. Thanks. And look at all that. So we just got to the Adobe Runs. This is, I believe, waypoint 4 on the Bull Springs Road Fun-Trex map. If you don't have the Fun-Trex book, I highly recommend it. It's, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 bucks. There's a lot of really cool trails in there if you're new to the area, or if you're just not sure or familiar with where you're going. It's a good starting point, and they actually have GPX tracks online on their website for free that you can download and you can put into Gaia GPS or Backcountry Navigator, whichever app you use. But following this led us here to these Adobe Runs. So we're gonna have lunch here and explore around for a little bit. But it's amazing, you know, I can't find a ton of information on this right now because we don't have very good service, but maybe when we get back home we'll see if we can find some information on what this was or the date or anything like that. Really neat area. I did a little digging online and found that these are the Adobe Runs of the post office in what was once the mining town of Alto Camp, Arizona. The post office was in use from 1907 to 1933. In 1875, the Gold Tree Mine was opened in the Alto area by Joseph Goldry. Like many early mining areas in Arizona, Apache raids were a constant threat. After the town began to take shape, an early pioneer, Josiah Bond, opened the post office. His wife Minnie would become the first female postmaster in American history. Alright, so that actually went a lot quicker than I thought. We did the trail that runs through the Patagonia Mountains. It only took us maybe 2 hours to go through it, and we're out to La Quille, if I'm pronouncing that right. Just stop for a second. There's some old buildings here. There's an old schoolhouse and some other building that's, you know, obviously long abandoned. So we're gonna go up here and check this out and see what all this is. So where we are, right here at the school, right over there looks like maybe an old church, and then that's the border right there for Mexico. I'll try to zoom in on that. I don't know if you could see it, it's like right there. There's the church, and that's the border to Mexico right there. Hey, good morning guys. It is Sunday morning. We're here at our campsite just outside of Parker Canyon Lake. We're gonna make some breakfast, get cleaned up. Dragos and his daughter are gonna go do some fishing at the lake. I gotta head back into the valley. I got a really busy day at work tomorrow. This has been a really cool spot to explore. I've been down to Tucson a dozen times. We've gone through, you know, Mount Lemmon and Sabino Canyon and Biosphere and all that stuff, but I haven't done any off-roading down here. This is my first time doing any of the trails in the area. I saw a lot of stuff that you don't see anywhere else in Arizona. Just the terrain and the climate. It's so much cooler down here than it is up around Phoenix. We were around 5,000 feet for most of the trail. Really fun trip. Glad we came down here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing for future videos. Stay tuned. We'll see you next time.